is it that gives us hope when everything looks bleak? When life has dealt some dreadful blows and we are feeling weak? When all around seems dismal, our world a heartless place? What is it that uplifts us when we look in someone's face? What is it that makes all things right when all around is wrong? Enables us to try again, gives strength to carry on, aids us through our troubles, conquers all our fears, manipulates emotions from birth to latter years, makes us caring human beings created from above, God's gift to all the human race, the gift of how to love.
Hi, and welcome to Jan's Views on Crime. This is the second video that I'm doing on the Southport very sad situation. And I've got so many questions that I need to ask. And if you've got the answers, put them down in the comment section. The first thing I want to show you is this, which is a picture that's been shown on all social media and no doubt in the newspapers, spoken about on so many different channels, and it's of what they're calling riots in Southport. Now, police were in fact injured, and a police van was set alight after riots outside a mosque in Southport occurred. Now, I think this was last night. Question number one: how do they know that the perpetrator follows Islam? I mean, and if he does, why is it still okay? Why is it okay to go and attack a mosque? I mean, just think about it, guys. If he was Christian, would we have these scenes outside a church? I don't know. If he was Jewish, would we have these scenes outside a synagogue? I don't know. So I think another question that I need to ask is this the actions of organised Islamophobic, anti-Islamophobic activists? I mean, I've heard that story going around, and it does make you wonder. Now, I'm not politically minded at all, not even an ounce, because basically I just think all politicians are the same. But one thing that I did say, I think in my video from yesterday, was why do they have to why does the media have to turn everything into a political statement? And I think the same question can be put to them as regards Islamophobia and anything that further separates the British people. We're now going to look at and react to Wax Unfiltered's video on the disturbing riot scenes in Southport, because I think he made some very valid points.
The streets of Southport have retaliated. A riot has broken out. Police vans on fire. Guys, we've got to check this out.
One thing I think you have to recognise is that this is actually in a suburban street. This is in a residential street. So can you imagine how horrified the neighbours must feel or must have felt when this was going on? I mean, hasn't this community been through enough? It's so disheartening for so many reasons. Firstly, apparently, the same area, the same group of people, I don't know, held a very emotional wake, or I can't think of the word now, in celebration of the three little girls' lives that were taken away. So it's hard to believe that these would be the same people. So I think it's really important to look at this and make your own minds up about it.
Excuse me? What am I doing?
You're getting a bit close.
I'm filming.
I know, and you film. You're just getting a bit too close.
Oh wow, look at that scar on her face.
Now, this woman has got blood running down her face or a scar. Guys, she's a woman. She's a woman who decided that she wanted to be a policewoman. Does that mean because she's chosen to be a policewoman that she should be subjected to violence any day that she's in that uniform?
No, this is
You want me
nasty,
to see
man.
what's going on? People need to see this.
People do need to see this.
That's what I did.
This is absolutely insane.
That's when you hit me.
Right near me. That's right near me.
De-escalate the situation.
No, that's what I'm trying to do.
What, by hitting? Like,
All this is going to cause is more problems and more problems.
Police riot vans and officers have been standing guard outside the building with reports of clashes between police and demonstrators. There are also reports from the scene that a police van has been set on fire. In this context,
Why are they doing that? Why are they setting fire to police vans? Why are they attacking the police? Was it the police that charged into that hall and stabbed all those kids? Was it the police? So what exactly is this about?
as the Home Secretary earlier warned people not to spread disinformation following yesterday's stabbing attack. Well, in the last few minutes, Merseyside Police have just released this statement. Let me read it to you. We can confirm officers are dealing with a disturbance during a protest in Southport this evening.
A disturbance.
At around 7:45 p.m., a large group of people, believed to be supporters of the English Defence League, began to throw items towards a local mosque on St. Luke's Road in Southport. Officers who are
So racism got involved. That was so uncalled for. The people in the mosque are innocent. If anything, we should be coming together, unified, unity.
That's it. That's it right there. Why aren't we coming together? Why aren't all persecuted groups coming together and fighting against these organised people that arrive? I'm a football fan, and I remember years ago that you used to get these organised crime, organised groups of supporters, in inverted commas, going to different football matches just to cause havoc in the stands. They were called the stands back in the day. And they got wiped out in the end, as far as I know. But how are these people, I am leaning towards the possibility that these are organised anti-Islam people that are coming to cause mayhem, to cause even more distress to a community that is mourning 3 little children who lost their lives. Listen, I don't want to turn this into a political rally. I don't do politics. But like Wax has said, why aren't we getting together? Why aren't we supporting each other?
Putting pressure on governments.
They're currently dealing with criminal behavior and violence, with bottles and wheelie bins being thrown at them. As a result, an officer has suffered a suspected broken nose, and police vehicles have been damaged. And
how many officers have suffered broken noses this week?
set alight. Additional patrols are now in attendance, including the dog section. Assistant Chief Constable Alex Goss said it is sickening to see this happening within a community that has been devastated by the tragic loss of 3 young lives.
We're falling apart, people. We are falling apart. Been sent this information. There has been riots in Southport with what's gone on in the past couple of days. I think it's been the final straw for people. They've gone, enough is a fucking enough. When innocent kiddies are losing their lives for no reason whatsoever, something needs to be done. And this government ain't going to do anything about it. Don't condone any violence. It should be as one, not divided. And that's what we are. We're divided. Throwing bricks at them.
There we go. We should be one. We should be unified. Forget racism. Racism is a program that people were sold hundreds of years ago. You can rewire your brain, which ultimately deletes the program.
The mosques kicking off, fighting. There's going to be a civil war. We shouldn't be doing it. We need to stick as one and be one. The government are the issue, people. This will not solve anything. It will not solve anything.
Okay, so I went into Wax Unfiltered's comments underneath that video, and it's quite interesting to read what people have to say. So firstly, I'll read what I had to say, which was, look at who lit the fire. Now, in my opinion, it's the government, it's the Islamophobics, it's the media, it's right wing. That's it. That's my opinion. That's what I meant by that. And then I put, this is exactly what our media wanted. We are all horrified by what those poor children went through, but aiming our anger at a community is not the way. A place of worship is exactly that. Keep racism and Islamophobia out of it. So that's what I put 4 hours ago. I've got no likes or anything. I don't care. I don't care if people like what I have to say. I have a platform here and I will say what I want to say. So underneath that, it says, our churches are being destroyed, yet this building was protected. One race, human race, no racism. Now that's interesting when she says our churches are being destroyed, yet this building was protected. I'm not sure what she means by that. So there's 6 replies. So let's have a look at that. She got 50 likes to that. One was, where our church is being destroyed. Under that, what a lie. What church is being destroyed? Okay, so everyone's sort of saying the same thing. Somebody called English Lass wrote, shame on you, Lisa. This is the type of misinformation that needs to be stopped. 4 likes on that one. Someone underneath, Laurie, says, when was the last time you went to mass, Lisa? And then Lisa has replied, whoa, no shame here. Speaking the truth. Seen plenty of videos. 2 likes for that. Well, I tell you what, I wish Lisa would put up. I hope she's got a channel and she puts up the videos of churches being set on fire. I hope she does that. Okay, let's see what else was said. Roblox Girl says, wonder how many kids will have PTSD for life if they were unlucky enough to witness this. I applaud that because, as I said, I think I said in yesterday's video, that obviously the people that were directly involved in that atrocity that happened in the dance studio, they will definitely have ongoing trauma problems probably for the rest of their lives. But what we need to think about also is, as I said a little while ago, was what about the people that were in their bed, that were in those houses? It's a residential area. So what about the people there, the parents and the children, seeing all this rioting going on outside in their street? And some brain box put underneath that, what, the stabbing? Somebody underneath police not reading the room. I don't think it's a case of the police not reading the room. I think the police read the room very well, and I think they're aware of the type of things that are likely to trigger people. Now, I'm not even going to say people in the community, because we don't know if those people with these, ready to set fire to the police van, ready to throw bricks and God knows what else, mortar bombs or whatever, at the temple. We don't know whether they are part of the community. So yeah. Somebody put, someone called Gopher put, the people have had enough now. I wonder what she means or he means by that. What have they had enough of? And somebody underneath that has put agree. Right. Somebody called user, so that can be anybody. Put, they need to name and shame the murderer. Exactly. They do. But the reality is he is going to be protected because he was 17. But I think his name has been circulated. I know one of my children has told me the name, but I'm not going to be repeating it on here. I want to see proof of it first. So, yeah, it's definitely being circulated. Right, so now this was interesting. This was 7 hours ago, so I need to check up on this. Now, there's rumour that there was another man carrying a knife who was arrested on the way to the mourning of the children. That's what caused the rioting. So that is very interesting. Has anybody heard about that? Right, okay. And then somebody called Public Eye said one of the big reasons the riots kicked off was because there was a Muslim man a couple of streets away from the vigil who was heading towards the crowd with a large knife, machete, and was arrested by the police. The video is circulating on the internet, and the people have had enough. It was a vigil for 3 murdered children, and he was heading towards it with a knife. What do you expect the community to do? Just allow it to happen? The people have had enough. So that is really interesting. So I'm going to pause this now, and I'm going to try and see if I can find anything that substantiates that claim. Okay, so I've literally put man arrested at Southport Vigil into Mr. Google, and up has popped 17 hours ago from the Independent, a man arrested with knife near Southport Vigil. Another headline, man wearing balaclava and carrying flick knife arrested in, I haven't clicked on that yet, so obviously in the area. Wigan man armed with flick knife arrested near the scene. Okay, so which one shall we click on? I'm going to click on the Independent. Okay, here we go. Man arrested with knife near Southport Vigil. Police say the 32-year-old was arrested in possession of a flick knife near the vigil for children killed in Southport. A man has been arrested carrying a knife just yards away from a vigil to the children killed in an attack in Southport. Right, Merseyside police said they detained a 32-year-old man at 6:55 on East Bank Street and uncovered a flick knife in his possession. The man was later taken into custody and no injuries were reported. Okay, so it's a flick knife. Listen, any knife can cause injury, but what I'm saying, didn't the person in the comments say a machete or something? It doesn't matter. The fact is, there is some substance for what he was saying. Let's move down. I'm not interested in the Prime Minister going to visit Southport. Couldn't give a monkeys. They live in a different world. Politicians live in a different world. Not interested. Is that what he's saying? Or is it what the police are saying? I think this is Detective Inspector Gavin Mulcahy said, everyone knows too well the devastating impact knife crime can have for victims, their families and friends, and those who carry them. Okay, this week has been an unspeakable tragedy unfold in Southport, and this incident occurred a short distance from where a vigil had been happening, where the community was paying their respects to all those affected. Officers made a swift arrest and have seized a knife that could have been used to cause harm in our communities. These offenders who carry them have no place whatsoever in our communities. Yeah. So I'm glad I checked that out, and I've read it for you. So there was something in what they said. Look at all these people out here, but take a closer look and ask yourself, do they look like the type of people that would set alight the whole scene, throw fire bombs and attack the police? All I see is caring people with kids with, people with little girls on their shoulders, all coming together to share their grief for the 3 girls that lost their lives. Okay, I'm going to end it there, guys. I hope you, I don't like to say enjoyed this, but if you did, and if you'd like to see more, please like the video and possibly think about subscribing. I do a live stream on a Monday that's called Murder Monday that you may also be interested in. In the meantime, just take care of yourselves out there, because it's a rotten old world. So until the next time, bye bye for now.